Sadly, on November 9, 2002, Merlin and Brandon were victims of a shooting that resulted in Merlin's premature demise, and today we are still mourning the loss of this prominent young actor. Brandon Quinton Adams has been involved in show business since he was a toddler. In 1986, at just 6 years old, he landed his first television role as Phil on the sitcom Benson. Subsequently, he went on to land roles in several other television sitcoms including A Different World, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Moesha, and Sister Sister. On film, he is noted for his roles in The People Under the Stairs, as well as the sports films The Mighty Ducks and The Sandlot. Her name was Monique Mercedes King. Mercedes accepted Merlin's invitation and arrived to the house a few hours later. But when she got there, she seemed to be nervous, and it was obvious that she was up to no good. Brandon immediately noticed Mercedes' peculiar behavior and kept a close eye on her. After only a short stay, Mercedes made a phone call and then abruptly announced that she was leaving. Already suspicious of her intentions, Brandon followed her outside and noticed that she got into a dark-colored SUV parked away from the house, as if whoever was inside the vehicle didn't want to be seen. Brandon quickly went back into the house and informed Merlin of Mercedes' cynical actions and suggested that they leave. It was after they exited the house and got in the car that Brandon noticed a gun's red laser beaming on the driver's side rearview mirror. He also noticed two men pointing guns directly at the back of the car he and Merlin were sitting in. Soon, they were ambushed with gunfire. Brandon quickly sped off, but while driving, he realized that Merlin had been shot. He flagged down a police officer and they were rushed to the hospital where Merlin was unfortunately pronounced deceased due to a gunshot wound to the back of the head with a rifle. He was only 26 years old. Monique Mercedes King was arrested the next day, which led to the apprehension of the two shooters, Damian Gates and Brandon Douglas Bynes. Mercedes only received a sentence of 8 years in a juvenile detention center for her participation in the crime. The triggerman, Damian Gates, was convicted of the first-degree murder of Merlin and the attempted murder of Brandon Quinton Adams, and was sentenced to life plus 70 years in prison. Brandon Douglas Bynes received a 23-year sentence for pleading guilty to voluntary manslaughter and assault with a deadly weapon. Neither of the three assailants ever gave a clear reason for the shooting, but it is speculated that the original plan was to rob the two actors after Mercedes lied to Damian, her alleged boyfriend, telling him that she was treated inappropriately by Merlin and Brandon Adams, but Merlin and Brandon Adams left the house before the robbery could take place and were met with gunfire outside the home.